So I've experienced it from both sides, from a proactive fund manager's side, and also from working with the boards and the executive committees, because the role of the board and as the executive, as you well know, is totally different, but the two of them can relate positively in such a way that both add value to each other. Unless, of course, the company is going down the drain. And I think we have to be very careful about the how we describe and how we talk about sustainability, because in terms of the cycle of life of a company, most companies have the potential to grow, but there are some companies which actually either, and you get lots of mergers and acquisitions and so forth and so on. Some companies are actually on their way out, and to keep on propping them up is actually not very good governance. So I've had a huge amount of experience, 300 business leaders we've profiled and helped coach and mentor. We've actually evaluated over 50 boards and top executive teams. And we've been involved in the selection and induction of board members, and also the relationship between the CEO and the board, particularly the chair. I hope I'm not going to talk too long, because I'd rather respond to questions. But there are two things that I'd like to input here. And one is, the King Report, the New Companies Act, the Matrix are all providing a map to us of what is now expected of us in terms of corporate governance. And I'm talking about the wider corporate governance system. And it's important to realize, to understand that you are not obsessively doing things in order to tick boxes, because that is not what governance is about. Right? Governance is about the ability to make informed decisions in a wise way. And if you can't make informed decisions in a wise way, then you should not be on a board. And it doesn't matter how many people, and a wise way in which you are acting with integrity. That's what I have been passionately concerned about. So what I'd like to do is talk about the quality, and I'm talking specifically about the quality of board performance, because boards are an important aspect in the corporate governance chain. What is the quality of board performance that you're looking for? Now, one way of doing that, which we've used quite usefully, is to just look at levels of board competence. And we've gone from, in describing behaviors and thinking, we've gone from poor to outstanding. So what I'd like to do is and a lot of boards find this useful, because they find that they are good at certain things and not good at other things. But this is more to do with how does the board interact together to make good, informed decisions. It's not the only answer, but I'll just read to you what we found in terms of the difference between what we call nearly out of the league, and then which is poor, and then outstanding, which is on the way to world best standards. Right, the poor one is no sense of vision or direction, strictly short-term, crisis management. Poor financial performance, consistent loss of market share, suspected or real corruption, poor reputation. Can't deliver at all or on time. Poor systems and structures which don't work. Weak board dominated by incompetent key players. Lack of trust, morale or goodwill. Climate ripe for either potential or actual malpractice. Racism and or nepotism. Negative and difficult relationships with shareholders and other stakeholders. Increasing number of worsening complaints. Demoted, ineffective board and employees. That's the kind of company or the kind of board, if I found those qualities there, I would not invest in that board. But I would invest on this, which is on the way to world best. We've added the key qualities of good governance. So we're saying all the qualities of good governance, which are the principles of governance, plus the following. Outstanding results by executive in finance, technology, products, services, social innovation, social responsibility, and environmental responsibility. Because the board as a whole is able to pass sound business judgment. If the board cannot pass sound business judgment, it is incompetent. Clearly defined role within a global context, wealth creating global vision and company vision, good reputations, investors pay a high premium. Inspired ethical leadership in constructive and creative partnership, meaningful too, with shareholders and other stakeholders, in the forefront of best practice in most areas, able to think the unthinkable and make significant shifts, and to influence the world they live in. Continued capacity to grow, learn, and be challenged. When we find boards like that, we know that the results on a lot of levels are likely to be good.